Lajitas. The nearest mountains you can see are across the river. That's Mexico. Just on the other side of the Gulf Resort. Terlingua proper. We decided to stop here. Because espresso. Asado burrito. It's a genuine little oasis. We got the baño. We are still some miles outside of the park. Maybe fewer miles than I thought. But you can already tell it's something special up there. Alright. So officially, we were only staying a couple of miles from the entrance to the park. Don't collect stuff. So we are in the park and we are making the big turn. As the ranger recommended, we're going down to Castellon and SantaElena Canyon on the little road. $30 miles all the way down. Alright, that is sort of looking back the way we came toward those Chisos mountains. And we are at a place called Sotol Vista. S-O-T-O-L. Take you down and show you the vista. With the exception of one motorcycle, we have the place to ourselves. And he's leaving. So if I'm not completely turned around, what we're looking at down there is where we came from, where we slept, where we got the espresso in Terlingua. We're gazing toward Mexico, the Rio Grande, and SantaElena Canyon. SantaElena Canyon, they say it's dead ahead, and that is the destination. The must-see, I guess. So, Sotol is what they're calling those yucca spikes. Well, what I would call yucca spikes. Like that. Well, this is the real deal. The Rio Bravo, La Frontera, right straight in front of me, behind a bush, there's a decidedly Mexican horse. And that's Mexico's border wall right there. At the low water mark here, it doesn't look very grand, but it's sure beautiful. And that's looking back at the Chisos Mountains. So far all the wildlife we've seen is lizards. There's a butterfly scooting by. I can hear the mourning doves though. Right up to it. So over there a little ways is where SantaElena Canyon proper opens up. We'll be there in a couple of minutes, but just before you get there, there's marked river access, and this is it. This is looking kind of familiar. Like trying to get down to Little Colorado. It appears that the full length of the hiking trail is gonna be a little washed out and inaccessible. In any case, this is the entrance to SantaElena Canyon, the marquee feature of Big Bend National Park. And once again, of course, we're right down at the big river. They say those cliff walls are 1,500 feet on either side. Okay then. Shh, I'm filming. That's why she was whispering. River Road. We were just reading about a bird that is in the United States only native to those mountains and only from April until September. It's called the Colima warbler. And so I guess if you were a birder, you'd have to come down here during the summer just to check that one off your list. The rest of the year it spends its time in its wintering grounds down in Mexico. And right up here, we're going to cross the river. Well, not really, but we're going to pretend. And there we go. Major paved road in a national park. Swamped. But we were brave. Or foolish. Or however that works. Coming back from the road that goes to the SantaElena Canyon, we're getting the reverse view of the mountains, the Chisos mountains. There are jeep trails that go up that way, but we are going to take the paved roads. So we're going to continue on this road for a ways until we get back to the main route through the park, and we're going to take a right, and then we're going to take another right to go to the Chisos Mountain Visitor Center, which should be just the other side of the ridge. Alright, so we're back on the main road headed through the park, driving easterly, and we are kind of going around the Chisos Mountains. We're now on kind of the north side of them. And up here there will be another turnoff and another road headed to the south that can get us, wind us up through the easier part of the mountains that isn't a straight up hole. It's kind of impressive to me how that big Chisos mountain range is not alone. There's, in the complete opposite direction, another very respectable looking set of ranges. And even right in front of us, way out to the east, we're probably looking outside the bounds of the park by then. Alright. We are so far east now that we're essentially on the north side of the mountains, and we're making our turn to Chisos Basin, Chisos Mountains. Oh, there's a campground. We were wondering about that. There's a lodge up top and a whole visitor center. And there's our windy road up. 89 degrees. I just keep putting the camera away thinking, okay, that's that then. And then it just keeps getting more and more extraordinary. It's really green and really beautiful in its way. Look, we're taking a picture of somebody taking a picture.
Hopefully I don't side swiper.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd stand in the road for that, but okay.
She went flying through that microphone.
Wow. Pretty damn vertical. I mean, watch for the bears. 25 degrees too. In the middle of July. Well, July anyway. Speed limit 15, but we advise 10.
That's why we can't be 24-foot drive.
Yeah. Pull over. Vista through the little notch there.
Watch out for that lady.
I'll watch out for her. I don't know how far you can see on the camera, but it feels like you're looking at 100 miles across that basin and on to the next range. Got a little sonic accompaniment from the cicadas. Got some clouds cooling things off a little more. I recognize that puppy. It's a nice big healthy pinyon pine. Seems to be home for the cicadas, more or less. You are in bear country. Please don't picnic around here. Bear-proof food storage. Bear-proof trash cans. And I would say that looks like an ideal trail. If you were so inclined. Not as hot as the rest of the park. Running up 2.5 miles up and then 2.5 miles back. Climbing another 1,100 feet. The Lost Mine Trail. Black bears have been observed at close range in this area. Please do not approach. We are up at the top of the mountain road, and it is spectacularly beautiful. They got a little gift store here. I got a souvenir bandana. There's a little store. I assume it's a convenience store type stuff. Supposedly there's a restaurant. Haven't spotted that yet. But there's definitely lodging, and further back up the road there's RV camping as well. Let me give you the 360. That's that little notch with the 100-mile view. Got to be at least 80 to those buttes far out there. And like I said to the people at the ranger station, we were expecting fabulous vistas. We weren't expecting anything quite this green. Now this is Colorado. No, wait, it's Texas. Coming down toward the end of the third day of the trip. There's a little rainstorm over that way and a little sunset over there. We're 30 miles out of El Paso, coming in from the east, and we are bedding down in Deming. I've been a little slack since we left Big Bend. Actually, since we left the mountain part of Big Bend. But we came back through Alpine. Loved it. Came through Marathon the first time. Thought it was really cute for a smaller town. Went through Marfa and were not impressed. But out past Marfa, in a little town of 78 population called Valentine, we did see a Prada store. I wish I'd have gotten that one on camera, but next time.